The league is so proactively saying that stop piracy. Piracy kills the league. But hey, where do we watch it, man?
What do you want to do?
Where do we watch it? We don't want to go back to those dodgy streams with Arabic commentary. Yalla, yalla, goal, yalla, yalla, yalla. The Ramesh Pawar of footballers. Gary Taylor Fletcher.
So Ajay Ravi Menon is not a casuals fan. He hates the casuals.
Everyone has immortalized that headbutt. Come on, man.
And they defined Italian aura.
Oh, yes.
Hey chat, hi, what's up? Welcome back to the Casual Sports Show. Woo. We are back in studio with, of course, myself and Zias. Tana is missing, but that's nothing new.
Nothing new, he just takes time off work always.
And as usual, we have a guest in studio. Long time listener, second time guest.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to come in with some hot takes, so be prepared. Our guest today is the one and only Mr. Ajay Ravi Menon of Calcio Chalcha.
Ciao, 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 ciao.
And the resident AS Roma fan.
Oh, yes.
I mean, kind of spoiled one of our questions.
Pretty much evident, man. I mean,
yeah. We have Spotify listeners also.
Oh,
We have
okay,
millions
okay.
of
Fair
Spotify
enough.
listeners. So, okay, before we get into it, Ajay, obviously you have Calcio Charcha, which is a Serie A talk show with a bunch of your friends you host. When you were coming on the pod, I thought, you know what, last week, let me watch the Serie A games. Let me get in touch with it a bit. And I couldn't find anywhere to watch it. So I had to go on an illegal stream and watch it.
Lovely.
Which I don't condone.
So this goes, the messaging goes out to the league directly. The league is so proactively saying that stop piracy. Piracy kills the league. But hey, where do we watch it, man?
What do you want to do?
Where do we watch it?
Radio.
By the see, how old are you?
I'm 26.
So 25 years ago, you could watch Serie A, on your television.
Yeah.
Not on the radio?
Not on the radio. Serie A was actually on par, I would say, but Serie A remained there while the La Liga and Premier League have moved on to a different galaxy. But to answer your question, and this is an appeal, please get the broadcasting streaming rights sorted out so that people can watch Serie A. It's not us, the old millennials. There are people who really want to watch your league. So if the right person or the concerned team is watching, listening, please, we don't want to go back to those dodgy streams with Arabic commentary. Yalla, yalla, goal, yalla, yalla, yalla.
I heard before the show that y'all caused some ruckus, the Calcio Chalcha
We did. So we got a signature campaign, and there's a comedian called Rahul Subramaniam. So, he was talking about it. So I think we made it in life. Rahul Subramaniam was talking
Let's
about थोड़े Serie A fans है 6 जन जो कर रहे कुछ. But yeah, I mean, so it got to them. So the most funny thing is that this is how the Italian league works, right? So during the last international break, they came out and said that YouTube is going to be the platform. All games on YouTube. It lasted for 45 minutes because they deleted all streams after that.
Not even a game.
Not even a full game. And back to same old. So 25 years ago, I could watch it on a Z Sports, 10 Sports, whoever had the rights. But 25 years later, when everyone, La Liga is on fan code, the Premier League is the Premier League, and Serie A, we're back to those dodgy Arabic, Russian, Latvian, I don't know, man. Dealer's choice, to be honest.
We go into our first part of the episode, a little get to know our guest.
Okay.
Few quick, easy questions, starting with who is your favorite athlete?
I'm not going to give a Roma player.
Okay.
Okay.
Our listeners won't know anyway.
The Ramesh Pawar of footballers.
Oh, Ramesh Pawar, the great Ramesh Pawar, yes.
Gary Taylor Fletcher of Blackpool.
Cannot act like I know what that is.
Did he have a salt and pepper look?
No, but he definitely had a beer belly, and he was still kind of doing well for Blackpool in the right wing, So Gary Taylor Fletcher, man. I mean, what a guy.
Deep cut.
You aspire to be like him.
Yeah, he did have a little salt and
A little
pepper.
bit, yeah.
A little bit, right? And, but the most important thing is the beer belly.
The beer belly is, and Blackpool, the one year that they won the Premier League. Very, very, I would say, underrated team and proper Barkley stuff. If he can make it, why can't we make it? I mean, come on.
Rohit Sharma.
Rohit Sharma, dude, he's got muscles there. Vada pav is a superfood. Please.
Okay, and what is your favorite football club?
Sorry, listeners.
Goes without saying, it has to be Roma.
Yes,
Not
Roma.
Lazio, but Roma, for sure.
In our OG first episode that we did with Mr. Ajay Ravi Menon, he went into the story of how he started supporting Roma. So check that out.
Yeah.
If you guys are interested.
We'll link it down. in the
Proper
bio.
plug in there.
What is your favorite IPL team?
Kochi Tuskers Kerala, and I love supporting them. And they kind of went under the radar. Then I started supporting Rajasthan Royals. Then they got banned.
Why not Mumbai?
Yeah, you know.
I'm just seeing a trend in his
It's
likeness.
the underdog.
Anytime he decides I want to watch this particular thing, that seems to like not exist anymore because he started watching Serie A. There's no link of the Serie A, no stream
No
of the
Kochi
Serie A.
Tuskers anymore.
Sunrise are back, but still.
RR, man. I mean, what a team. What I like about them is they promote a lot of young talent. You've seen Yashasvi come from there.
Yes.
Of course, you have Sanju, Mallu represent, Cheta. And a team that always shows a lot of spirit. Unfortunately, Delhi hasn't won a lot of titles, but at least one IPL compared to some teams. So the RCB won this. But yeah, before that.
I saw where you were trying to go with that. 6 months too late with that joke.
6 months too late. 6 months too late.
But it kind of disappointed me with that answer because
Mumbai Indians?
yeah, you should be a Mumbai Indian, a Mumbai guy.
Come on, they haven't really charmed me enough, man. Come on. It's RR all the way.
Fair. I guess Roma is also an outlier, so it kind of fits his character.
By the way, Roma wasn't an outlier 25 years ago. It's just that unfortunately, we've kind of like fallen off.
Fair.
Like a proper glory hunter, I started supporting them after they won the league title, and they failed to win another one since.
Since then,
yeah.
Anything he tries to support or put his eyes on kind of curses them.
yeah. So Ajay Ravi Menon is not a Casuals fan. He hates the Casuals.
Because he started supporting the Rajasthan Royals after they won the IPL and they haven't won
No
since.
wonder we are not
That's
getting
true.
views here.
That's true.
Okay, and your last question is: who is the greatest sports duo of all time?
So this, I'm going to be a bit biased. Has to be the Roman boys.
I knew he was.
Totti, De Rossi.
I knew it. I was
Love it. See, Totti is a god. He is a immortal in Rome. De Rossi is more like the fan. Like he is a fan who actually became a professional player. But as a duo, the kind of sacrifices they've made, and this is a very serious answer because they could have gone anywhere. Totti was quoted by Real Madrid, De Rossi as well. But they remained loyal, and loyalty is a currency which is very rare in the modern game. So I don't think so. We'll ever see a Totti De Rossi duo ever again. So has to be them.
Get it off your chest. Let's get into the meat of the show. So, Mr. ARM, you sent us 2 hot takes.
Yes.
I just want to set the stage for the first take.
Okay.
We have to do a little time traveling almost.
All right.
So, let's go back to the 2006 World Cup final. First goal, Zinedine Zidane.
That wasn't a penalty, by the way.
Materazzi considered it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and Malouda dived clearly.
Legend.
First goal, Zinedine Zidane gave France the lead in the 7th minute.
The coolest penalty you'll ever see in your life.
100%.
Yeah.
Fair. That's a good penalty.
Yeah, and kudos to the ref. Without VAR, they actually called it. Second goal, Marco Materazzi equalized in the 19th minute. Second half was kind of boring. We went into extra time.
Yep.
And that's when the infamous moment happened.
Before that, Italy did hit the post a couple of times. So
Sure.
yeah. You're time traveling. Huh?
That was my first real memory of football.
Same,
actually.
actually. 2006.
So, and you have been
Fantastic.
there, done that.
Yeah,
so
I'm like
I'm not going to argue again.
80 years old. I watched Pele, Maradona.
That's when the red card happened in extra time.
Yeah.
I think it was the 110th or 111th minute.
Yeah.
Zidane headbutted Materazzi because Materazzi said some words which we can get into later. And then finally the penalty shootout happened. Italy won 5-3. Trezeguet missed the all-important penalty. Thiago Motta came in and...
Thiago Motta?
Yeah.
No, Thiago Motta wasn't there. It was Grosso.
Thiago Motta hit the winning penalty.
No, it was Fabio Grosso.
I'm so sure.
Fabio Grosso.
We just had this argument.
I felt
Grosso.
I feel like
We just
Thiago
had this
Motta
argument.
wasn't playing in Italy. in
He
2006.
wasn't.
That's what I said when he said
It was
Thiago.
Fabio Grosso.
We just had
The
this
left back
argument.
from Palermo who scored the opener against Germany in the semi-final. 2006.
I was watching the highlights and I was like, let me just...
No. It's Fabio Grosso.
Okay, we're going to differ.
Trust him.
Yeah, we're going to differ. Even though I thought this guy looks exactly like Motta and he was wearing number 3.
Yeah, Motta was wearing number 10 for Italy.
In 2006?
No, not
Yeah,
in
it's
Germany.
Fabio Grosso.
Fabio Grosso.
Yeah,
Okay, my bad. Scratch that. I'm going to edit it. So, Fabio Grosso scored the match-winning penalty.
Yes.
So the take was word for word. Zidane is lauded as the hero versus Materazzi,
Yep.
whereas he was the villain who let France down.
100%.
Go.
So, people do exchange words. Heated moments do happen. What Materazzi said was blown out of proportion. Footballers abuse all the time.
Yeah.
So Zidane, as the captain of France, the game was headed to a penalty shootout, right? He kind of let the team down by getting a red card, which was very stupid. There was no reason for him to react the way that he did. he could have been the difference maker in the penalty shootout because, okay, Trezeguet was a designated penalty taker, but Zidane would be there in
of course.
top first three. So the game went to Italy. And okay, let me time travel back a little further.
Okay.
Go to Euro 2000, where Italy and France played each other in the Euros. Italy dominated that game, right? France won it through a sheer... Wiltord equalized, your ex-Arsenal Wiltord.
I mean, he came on for Henry also that game.
And he scored in the 93rd, 94th minute, stoppage time to equalize. And then Trezeguet scored the golden goal. So it was pure karmic justice that Trezeguet was the guy who missed the penalty and gave Italy the win. Italy should have won the Euros as well. Rightfully so. They were the better team throughout the tournament. 2006, irrespective, had Zidane also been on the pitch, Italy would have won the 2006 World Cup. It was coming to Rome. It had to come to Rome.
But by you saying that, you're actually going against your take.
No, so my point is, so Zidane, so everyone, like, you have the image there. Oh, no, there's a normal image. But everyone has immortalized that headbutt. Come on, man. I mean, you got yourself sent off. You've probably lost a chance. So France, okay, they got a golden generation after that. But at that time, in the 2010 World Cup, they were miserable. They had a mutiny and stuff like that. That was a golden chance for that team to win another trophy. They already won the Euros. They could have won the World Cup. And had Zidane not let them down, probably they were in it with a shout to actually do well in the penalty shootouts. But unfortunately, this was an act of cowardice. Like getting a red card. Come on, man. People keep on saying stuff to each other. It's the football field. The opponent, an Italian defender, is going to rile you up. And you don't fall prey to that. Should have known better. And, it's not the first time he's playing. He's played in Serie A. He's played against Materazzi. He's played Italy many times in the international tournaments. So, you let a team down. You're the captain. But unfortunately, you get lauded as a hero. Like, oh my God, he stood for what was right. Materazzi abuses family. Family over... country. I've seen reels. Family over country. Come on. True. What is this? K3G, Karan Johar making these reels. I mean, professionally, in my opinion, France, again, I mean, I don't want to label him as a villain because Zidane has given so much. Irrespective what he did in that game.
You said villain in your take, but...
So I'm sticking to my take. In the context of things, France blew a good chance to win a World Cup. Again. Like, they won it in 98, they could have won it in 2006. Unfortunately, he still gets treated as a hero. And Materazzi, who scored the equalizer, is still the villain in the English media. The Italians love him. But in the large scheme of things, because English media is prevalent everywhere, Materazzi is the villain who kind of got Zidane sent off and everything. Come on, it's Zidane's mistake.
I mean, Materazzi did also admit later on too deeply, insulting Zidane's family, right? It's not not a question mark above it, right?
No chance. But Zidane should have known better, in my opinion.
Allegedly, what was said was that I think Zidane said, "You want my shirt after the game," to Materazzi, and then Materazzi said, "No, I'd rather have your sister."
Yeah.
And that moment is kind of chilling because you see Zidane laughing, and walking away.
Yeah.
And then suddenly...
Absolute psycho, man.
A switch flipped in his head. Yeah. He turned around and headbutted him.
Yeah. Not the first time he's headbutted. He's headbutted in a lot of Real Madrid games also, if you look back. So he's got that switch.
I actually love that Zidane did that. I was actually thinking about it when he sent in the stake, and I agree with you that Zidane has not been given enough shit for, kind of costing France the World Cup.
Or a chance to win the World Cup.
But if you think about it, Trezeguet missed the penalty.
That's rough.
Italy did not score right after Zidane got sent off.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. The game still went into penalties.
Yeah. So it was damn close, right? So the Italians were playing so both the teams rather were gone. I mean, it was a foregone conclusion that the game is going to go to penalties. Where Zidane is a guaranteed penalty taker in the top 3. So in the context of a footballing narrative, I would say he let France down by not being there in the shootout.
Sure, yes. But I also love the moment that he gave us. Like you said, it's not a it's not a Karan Johar film.
Yeah.
I actually love the fact that it ended the way it did.
Shakespearean, it's that photo of him walking by that World Cup trophy and just
it's
so
and what
poetic.
people say, if this happened in this day and age, I think Zidane would have been torn to pieces.
Pieces, absolutely.
With the utter woke nonsense that's been going on online.
But so would Materazzi probably.
So would Materazzi,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
more so Zidane
Yeah,
than anything
yeah.
because...
But Materazzi did get, like he was the media villain, Materazzi. He
100%.
was like vilified everywhere he went.
100%.
Especially the English media.
He even came to India and I remember
Yeah,
we
yeah.
played a tournament for Nike and he was one of the brand ambassadors who came and gave the prizes out. And I was not excited to meet Materazzi at all. And now putting
You,
it into...
you should have given me your pass. What is this? All Messi fans were holding passes.
I didn't have
now.
any passes. I got there on my merit. We won so many games and reached the final. Anyway, I still believe that, if it was to happen right now, with the concentration of, trophies won and everything, how people would have vilified Zidane and been like,
Fair.
you cost France the World Cup. You could have won the World Cup and been like immortalized as one of the greatest ever. But back then, I think the concentration was not that much on trophies almost.
Fair enough.
It was more on the impact you had on a game. And Zidane embodied all of that.
So I'll tell you my alternate take on Materazzi. Materazzi never starts any game for Italy had it not been for Nesta's injury. Because it's
Okay.
Cannavaro Nesta. Materazzi anyways was like, this defender who was known to be erratic. Right? He comes in, scores a very important goal in the group stages, gets sent off, comes back again, and this happens in the final. People forget that Materazzi actually scored the equalizer, right?
Yes.
I mean, scoring a goal in the World Cup final at the highest stage and that kind of pressure when you're down, like a goal down.
Yeah.
I feel that Materazzi doesn't get enough credit.
I think also the whole thing about Zidane is like you said, like throughout his career, right? He was 34 at this point. It was the end of his career.
His last game ever.
He was almost immortalized throughout his career, like the greatest midfielder ever.
Which
Still
is a fact.
probably.
Which is a
Still
fact.
probably.
Yes.
I love Zizou,
But
man. I mean,
just in that instant, it was like he became human again. It was like throughout that tournament, even at 34 years old, I remember as a kid watching him play Brazil, that semi-final. It was insane.
Yeah.
He carried a France team with like not a young Henry, but like Henry in his prime, like the Sylvain Wiltord, Trezeguet. If you just see the France lineup for that starting 11 is insane. And he being 34, still being the best player in that team, carrying them there, he's always been immortalized. And I just think that showed like raw emotion. I don't know how France fans react to it. As a France fan, I think I would be like, I would always, you can't possibly hate Zidane.
You can't.
Because he did get them a Euros and a World Cup.
And a World Cup, yeah.
So, but you definitely have that little bit of, just like it's your one movement away from possibly winning over.
Raymond Dominic, who was the manager of France at the time, actually did not blame Zidane. He blamed the referee. He was like, what Zidane had to go through for 80 minutes was not justified. The referee should have protected him a little more, referencing to the fact that Marco Materazzi was constantly in his ear, badgering him.
Yeah. I just want to read this France lineup because I think it's insane. It's Fabien Barthez in goal, and Willy Sagnol at right back, who I don't really remember.
Bayern
But
Munich.
then after that, it's Lilian Thuram, William Gallas, Eric Abidal, Vieira, Makelele, Zidane, Malouda, Ribéry, Henry.
Yeah.
That is insane. That is like an all-star 11, like a world 11, whatever you want to call it. And I mean, Italy's team is also great, don't get me wrong.
The two teams squared off in the Euro 2000 final as well. Even those lineups, just go back to them. Classy. Both sides. So I would say deserved competitors to be there in the finals. The Euros went France's way. I'm so happy that the World Cup went Italy's way because it gave us a moment for all Italian football fans, a moment to remember. We loved it. We still go back and because Italy don't play World Cups anymore.
They're not going to win one in the near future.
Yeah.
So
You never know. If they make it, they might win it. But the thing
Yeah.
is that they're not making it to World Cups.
That Euros, man. Fuck.
I just want to read this interesting fact. Zidane won the golden ball of the tournament. The votes for that were cast before the second period of extra time.
Oh,
Do
interesting.
you think he still would have won it, you're saying?
The individual awards are nonsense, man. I mean, come on.
He did the headbutt after.
Okay. I can give you a stat that most assists was Francesco Totti. Most different goal scorers, Italy. Least number of goals conceded, Italy. No goals from open play, just a penalty and own goal.
But do y'all think he would have still won it?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, he would.
100%.
Even with the headbutt?
Italy would have won. This
No,
was
I'm
he's
not
saying
saying.
would
Do
Zidane
you
still
think
have won
Zidane
the-
would have still won the golden ball?
Yeah, I
the
think
golden
he
one.
would have.
If he
Yeah,
did
yeah.
the headbutt
Dude,
they're
they're all French journalists, man. They would just give it.
that's
Zizou,
so
oi,
true.
oi, Zizou.
So Ajay, your second take
Let's
is
go.
one that I think Sammy and I are a little more passionate about. You claim that the Serie A has a tighter top 6 race than the Premier League
Yes.
and the La Liga. but no one's really ready to talk about it.
100% La Liga.
We
for
won't
sure.
really talk about the La Liga that much because even we don't really care. But yeah, we'll go. Serie A has a tighter top 6 race than the Premier League.
Okay. So, Sammy, can you name the Premier League winners the last 5-6 years?
City and Liverpool.
Right?
Yeah.
So, Italy, you have Napoli, Inter, Milan, and Juve. So, 4 different winners in 6 years. So, again, the hot take is that Serie A has become so competitive thanks to Ronaldo leaving Juve and Juve kind of like, not being Juve anymore. That allowed Milan to win a Scudetto out of nowhere. Spalletti with Napoli again won it out of nowhere. And Inzaghi's Inter should have won a couple more league titles, but even they floundered because they went deep in the Champions League. But having said that, so you have Roma in the mix as always. Atalanta with Gasperini, suddenly they came out of nowhere, always finishing in the top 4, won a Europa League as well. And now we had Bologna last year, last couple of years. Bologna have, put the name in the hat. Where do you find this competition? In the Premier League, fair enough. The
City
team
won the Premier League.
when?
2016.
16.
So it's been a decade, no?
Yeah.
I said last 5-6 years.
Yeah, but if you take before the last 5 years, it was a Juventus dominance.
That is
that's
just
like City's
that is
dominance
just,
now.
Yeah, fair enough. So that's why I said I was very specific. 6 years. So thanks Ronaldo made Serie A more competitive. Forget the jersey sales. He's made Serie A more competitive
By ruining Juventus.
by ruining
We have
Juve.
big Ronaldo haters on this.
Okay.
Because he started a YouTube channel after us.
I'm just going to do a little quick exercise with you. Okay. I'm going to give you League A and League B.
Okay.
I'm going to read off some stats about League A and League B.
damn.
And you tell me which of these leagues is more competitive.
Fair.
Okay. So League A has 11 unique teams finish in the top 6 in the last 5 years. So that is the 2021 season till the 2024-2025 season.
Okay.
And League B has 9 unique teams finish in the top 6.
Okay.
The second stat about both the leagues is League A has an average point differential between number 1 and number 6 of 26 points. And League B has a average point differential of 24 points.
Okay.
In this case, which league would you say is more competitive?
I know the League A is the Premier League because Serie A has got the 7
But
sisters.
which one would you say is the
Okay,
more
okay.
competitive
Let
one?
me. So okay. Let me tell you, let me put it in this way. Maybe the top 2 is decided, and Arsenal are always there in the top 2. I'm so sorry. It is what it is.
Second, not top 2. They're always second.
So, but you do have bigger teams in Premier League that struggle to finish in the top 6, like Spurs and United last season. They struggle to. Ideally, with the kind of budget and of course the history that United have, they should be there. So the 11 unique teams, I get it. It is the Premier League. Serie A, after 10th, there is a gulf. I have to agree, there's a gulf. But having said that, the top 6 is far more tighter in terms of the excitement and the lead up, like right towards the last 4-5 weeks. The Scudetto winner is not decided. The Champions League places are not decided. The Europa League places are not decided. Relegation as well. I mean, in the Premier League, you have a Southampton who are one team a year, finish horribly well. So overall, I would say your stats are pointing towards the Premier League. But trust me, if Serie A shows its league, it's far more competitive. It's a lot more fun and a lot of jeopardy towards the end of the...
I think a top 6 in the PL doesn't exist anymore because there's a big 6, which is obviously Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs, City, United. But with so many other teams like Brighton, Brentford, Newcastle, it's almost a top 10 in the Premier League now. It's like, and Serie A teams below the top 6, they rarely make Europe consistently. Like in the Premier League, you can finish 10th and have like a Europa League winning squad. And that's insane competitiveness.
No one has won it apart from Spurs, no?
Chelsea.
Chelsea also won it.
Twice.
But after dropping out of the Champions League, no? Or so
we were the first team to win it and then get knocked out in the group stage next year.
So the Premier League, the money that the broadcasting rights have given the Premier League teams is that a Brentford, a Brighton can be competitive.
That was my next point.
Serie A, there's no money.
It's the broadcast deal that's giving like Aston Villa and all the
100%.
possibility to spend more.
When I go to buy these glasses, I tell them, "Arey bhaiya, mujhe na 1 saal ka loan do and I'll pay in 5 installments." Because that's the math that we do in, as Serie A fans. Like a Bournemouth. Franco Senesi was quoted by Milan and Roma, and he's like, I'll go to Bournemouth.
Yeah.
I mean, 15 years ago, I would laugh at you, but it is the reality now. So, fair enough. I
He
mean,
just
these
looked at
teams-
the black and red and was like, this
Huh.
is Milan only.
Same, Rossoneri. So, unfortunately, this is where the Premier League is at. But having said that, the last 5-6 years, the top 6, top 7 days in Serie A has been insanely competitive. Like right towards the end of the season.
I'll concede the fact that the title race is more unpredictable
It's well.
for Serie A. But the top 6 competitiveness, I have to say that it's more competitive in the Premier League
Like your
than
sixth,
the Serie A.
the team that's sixth going against the team that's first in the Serie A is not the same versus the. Who's like the sixth best team in the Serie A?
Roma.
No, we have fifth. Please, we have fifth, okay? 6 could be Bologna.
So there you go. Like the disparity from Bologna to Napoli is much
Fair.
bigger
fair.
than like
So,
Newcastle to Liverpool.
So yeah, I mean, fair enough. The top 5, top 6 could be, in favor of the Premier League. But I'm telling you, on any given day, you tell any English team to travel to Italy, they'll start, peeing in the pants. It's a difficult place to travel.
That I
went to
agree. The
travel- yeah.
atmosphere ways, it's
Oh,
insane.
yeah.
Like Serie A definitely has
Like,
it over the
and
Premier League.
Atalanta went to Anfield and thrashed Liverpool 3-0. That's insane.
So yeah, I'm willing to concede also the fact that Serie A is way more competitive and way more fun to watch.
You know,
than
you know
the
what would
La
actually,
Liga.
Liga is ass.
Out, right?
La Liga is
Out.
ass.
Nobody cares.
No, literally nobody cares.
You know what would actually, swing this in my favor? If they showed Serie A. If you guys could actually see it on a weekly basis.
So we've come to the end of both your hot takes.
Lovely.
Now our final favorite fan segment we have here. So it's the this or that segment. Serie A, has always had a very special place in football history, but the debate never really ends. Like, was the golden era really back in the 2000s when you had your Maldinis, your Kakas, your Del Pieros? Or is it the modern Serie A with like Leao, Lautaro? Because you're saying it's become so much more competitive. The smaller teams are so much better. Whereas that time it was more Milan Inter dominance. I don't even and Juve.
Juve also.
It was 3 of them, and it was always going to be one of the 3.
Yeah.
So, Serie A in the 2000s or Serie A now?
Man, I have to say romantically has to be the Serie A of the 2000s, man. Just the quality. Insane. I mean, you had a Zidane playing for Juve, a Pirlo coming, kind of like blossoming into a talent at Milan. That Milan midfield, like Kaká, Gattuso, Pirlo, stacked. Juve with Del Piero, Trezeguet, stacked. So that was the quality of the league. So this is like towards the fag end of the 90s. So you had Baggio, who was, kind of like heading into his 40s. Maldini was still evergreen. Nesta coming from Lazio, Totti at Roma, 2 symbols, and Nesta moving to
The greatest
Milan.
partnerships
Yeah,
of all
Cafu. So you had so many World Cup winners. You had Ballon d'Ors like Nedved with Juve. So romantically, 2000s, the quality of football was brilliant. Now it's not the same anymore, but yeah, I mean, thanks to Ronaldo, it's thanks to Juve being on this downfall, it has helped like the other teams to catch up. And you've had a lot of new coaches like Gasperini with Atalanta has been a breath of fresh air. The kind of ideas that he brought to Atalanta, with Italiano coming up with Fiorentina and now with Bologna, plays very attacking football, not the typical Serie A narrative that is boring and defensive. So you have these new managers like Inzaghi. I mean, was mad. Like, he was mad. Like, what a coach. Should have won a Champions League. For sure, we were kind of discussing this off air. Should have won more with Inter. The Champions League final against City, maybe he should have won it. But what a coach. I mean, so Conte and Inzaghi play with a back 3. But both the systems are, like diametrically opposite to each other. Like, Conte is far more rigid. Inzaghi is far more fluid. Which has seen a Bastoni kind of play in like left wing.
Yeah.
And, whip those crosses from there. So, romantically that era was good. But the modern era, we've seen some good coaches, a level playing field where even a Bologna can win a trophy, which was never the case back in the day. In between, Roma had a few moments here or there where we were challenged. So I've said this on many shows. I've seen 9 second places. Roma, like throughout my...
Yeah, I'm preparing for that essentially.
I mean, otherwise it's okay coming in second, but you want your team to win it. But yeah, man. I mean, that era was unparalleled.
Yeah. I think for me also, like the Serie A in the 2000s was just different. Like, who was standing with Maldini in that photo where it's like, I think it's the Milan derby, or is it? And there's all fire going on.
Oh, that's
in the back
Rui
end.
Costa
Rui
and
Costa, yeah.
Materazzi.
Yeah, that's Rui Costa and
Yeah,
Materazzi, that
yeah,
photo.
yeah,
That photo, like for me, just
Yeah.
it explains Serie A. Like the fans, the players, like world class players, Ballon d'Or level players,
Yeah.
Kaká, Del Piero's, Totti's, Batistuta.
Yeah, Batistuta
It was
as
like
well, yeah.
that time for me, Serie A was different. It was like the best it's ever been, in my opinion. Milan were a world powerhouse. So that team, if not the best team in
The
the
best
world.
team back in the day. They were like, so a lot of fans, like a young generation of fans who kind of view Madrid as like, you know, like the eternal powerhouse right now. Milan
which is fair.
Yeah, Milan were, you know,
Were that.
Yeah, were that back in the day.
And they defined Italian aura. I think the Italians now almost taking it down.
I agree with everything both of y'all said. They don't stream Serie A anymore, so I can't say Serie A with a straight face. I'll have to say the old generation of the 2000s.
Has to be.
Just because that's what I associate Serie A football with. I don't associate Serie A football with what's happening right now.
Yeah.
One, because I don't watch it, and two, because
You can't watch it.
I can't watch it. Do you want to plug anything before we end the show? ARM?
Oh, me? Okay. So, yes, check out Calcio Charcha.
Yes, please
we
do.
are a bunch of passionate old millennial men talking about football.
It's a lot of fun.
Those glory days, right? Reliving those glories. But yeah, I mean, you find an Interista, a Napoli fan, a Juventino, a Milanista, and a Romanista kind of coming to it. We have a Lazio fan as well. She pops in from time to time. A lot of banter between Roma and Lazio.
Is Felipe Anderson still in Lazio?
Good shot, but a player that you would not associate, at Lazio was Nani. Did you guys know Nani played at Lazio?
Yeah,
Now that you say it, I can picture
remember.
it, but I don't know.
Right? But so Calcio Charcha is the place for Italian football. We're there. We stream every week. We put out content. In fact, the latest reel we put out was the Aura reel, where we had an Azzurri fan talking about Calafiori. But the OGs, I mean, the Tottis, Maldinis, Del Pieros, they were the ones with the long hair and the white hairband, and we kind of. Everyone, when I grew my hair, like, Arey, Dhoni. Arey, nahi bhai, tu Italian team ko dekh, Italian team dekh.
Yeah, even like last week when I was saying like I wanted to get into Serie A a bit. So if you do want to get into Serie A and you can't watch the games, obviously, I think Calcio Charcha is the best.
At
place
least
to
watch
go
them
to.
talk about it.
Watch them talk about it. You'll gain a lot of information. You'll learn a lot, and you'll also enjoy. It's a lot of banter because they're all friends with each other. So it's a very similar vibe.
Yes.
It's a great fun. Definitely go and watch it.
Awesome. Drop your takes below. If you want to come on the show, submit them. And as always, like and subscribe.
Ciao, ciao.